So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball. He leaps for it! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Surlot. Passes short and sharp. He's having a pop! Just too much. Fractions.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
João Palhinha. Very nicely done. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Vinicius Junior. Japan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Shot could be on. And a chance! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Japan are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And they've got rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Knocks it into space. Bellingham. Dembele. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Botman. Bellingham. And this is Dembele. Olise. Now Van de Ven. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Olise. Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gusto finding himself in space. Can he finish? Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
A case now of complete control. And it's Bellingham. Oh, cracking ball. And he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Guirassy. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nicely weighted ball. Shot at goal! Oh, it's a stunning goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Dembele, and the shot! And that's a good finish. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Played out wide. Now the delivery. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Little pass back. And he shoots! Outstanding save to keep that out. And this could be the final action of the first half. Impressive jump! De Bruyne. And it's Hakimi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Japan leading by 3, and normally that would do, and some. But this feels like no ordinary game. We're on the move again. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's there to retrieve it. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? Oh no, this does not look good. And he is deftly away. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Judge, surely! It's a goal! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So could they be onto something here? Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And the return pass. Gabriel. De Bruyne. And Joao Palhinha. Plays a sharp little ball here. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Girassi. Tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior. He is through here. And he whips it in. Botman getting this one clear. Oh, he's been caught. There's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, good climb! And yes, it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just? Mbappe!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Hakimi. Japan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Olise. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Haaland, big chance! And there's a goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Nice interception, well timed. Hakimi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Olise. And here's Haaland. Space for him to turn and look. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And De Bruyne! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Stones. Gabriel. Nice bit of skill and he's away. De Bruyne. Header! Goal! Opts for safety. Odegaard. Looking to play him in. Pinches it off him. Haaland, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Haaland. McTominay. He's in a great position here. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Olise. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. De Bruyne, real chance! Oh, good finish! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Vietnam may be down, but not out just yet. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Girassi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Girassi. And it's Bellingham. And it's Valverde. DiMarco does really well there. He is strong. McTominay. McTominay. De Bruyne. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Haaland. And it's Hakimi. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Girassi reflecting on a stellar performance and now taking... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. DiMarco drives forward on the overlap. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good...
And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And that has left him in a heap. Played towards the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
DiMarco. Can he latch on to this? DiMarco. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Haaland. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. And they're back on the ball again. Japan yet to have an attempt on goal. Now McTominay. Now it's Girassi. Locatelli. That's a sharp pass. And it's Stones. Well read, nice interception. And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? DiMarco.
Vietnam definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Olise. Oh, good climb. Goal! Japan! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Japan have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Gusto has it in a wide position. Some really good ball movement. Haaland. 15 minutes till half-time. Olise, he has found a way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's hoisted clear. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Spread it left. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And he's quick to return it. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Hakimi. And he welcomes it in. Japan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Oh, he's found support out wide. Towering header! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Japan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Gabriel. Looking for the run. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Lovely feet. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Looking to play him in. Now it's Yamal. McTominay. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he spark a counter here? And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Japan leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Japan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. The second period is underway.
Japan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Japan could counter-attack here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal. Olise. Surlot for Olise. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's DiMarco. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here? DiMarco has a look up and delivers. And that's another good win of the... Girassi! Bellingham. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the pass is intercepted. Surlot is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. DiMarco. The team still separated by the game's only goal. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Knocks it out wide. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Girassi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, shooting chance! And that's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That was a given. It always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Olise.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Always goal side. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rice. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's picked his way through. He won't be happy with that one. Shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Hakimi. Japan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that is a good ball to find. Can he finish? And it's in. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Chance! That pass has been well intercepted. Olise short changes him with that pass. Marquinhos. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Mbappe. That'll be a throw-in. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Girassi. De Bruyne. And it's Gusto. Spread neatly. He's got away. Drives it in. João Palhinha.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Ødegaard, and he's lost his man here. He's having a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
They've played it short. Forced to go back. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This their second corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Time added on 4 minutes. Now it's Girassi. Mbappe. Now it's Solot. Now that looks a decent ball. Solot. Decent chance! It's a goal! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Girassi reflecting on a stellar performance. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this player, Gravenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a 6, an 8 or a 10, Peter. He basically plays all of those roles in every game. And, of course, he's the main connector between defence and midfield. But he'll be the one playing the majority of the team's progressive...
Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
De Bruyne. Now it's Girassi. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's found a way through. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Locatelli. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Quarter of an hour played. Marquinhos. Now it's Girassi. Passes. Can he finish? Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Girassi cannot be that slow. And it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Japan are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Marquinhos has been caught there. It's a foul. Locatelli. Gravenberg. Bellingham. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gravenberg. Locatelli. Vinicius Junior. That's good running with the ball. DiMarco. Driven in. Punched away. Mbappe. Gravenberg. João Palhinha.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gravenberg looking to pass their way up the pitch. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a great ball. Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it! And we have liftoff! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
De Bruyne, and here's Surlot. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And that's aimed into the middle.
Well played and well cleared.
Crossed in once. Terrific effort! Defending of the desperate variety.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's a really well-measured ball. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. And here's Vinicius Junior. Great vision. Gravenberch. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's gone backward here. Locatelli. Girassi. Now Mbappe. And that's another good win of the ball. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's got away. And the shot! And that was... And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Japan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Japan can really do with some...
And a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Has to go back here. Gusto proves just a little bit too strong. Locatelli. Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Gravenberch. And here's the chance to counter. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Gusto. Good running, strong and purposeful. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
Chance for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
De Bruyne clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Japan still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Tries to pass it through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Surlot currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Mbappe. Mbappe Going face to face with his great rival. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably. And I mean...
Goes for a shot! No, just over.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. De Bruyne. Japan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Bellingham. Threads one in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Hernandez clears without hesitation. Bellingham. De Bruyne. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Over to the right flank. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Over to the other side. Hernandez sends it crossfield. Rice, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Some really good ball movement.
Vietnam surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Gravenberg, whistle's gone, that's a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So we have movement on both benches. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Well, this could be it for something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And the pass is intercepted. Gabriel. And it's Bellingham. And here's Dembele.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
We are into overtime. Can he get real chance? And that's a sharp finish. And right near the end, we have parity. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So, that was the second half.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Japan displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Girassi might be danger here. And the finish! It's a goal kick. Ødegaard. Quality ball. And it's Dembele. Well, that has not gone well. Dembele. Bellingham. Short changes him with that pass. Now this could be a chance. Doku! And another try! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Takes a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Stood up well to him there. Doku. Rice. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe driving through the middle. And it's Stones. McTominay. That's a cute ball. Good ball over the top. And we're halfway through extra time. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? He can run onto that. And it's made its way to him. And that's a shoot! And no mistake. 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And he's been shifted off it. And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? De Bruyne. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Can he spark a counter here? Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Yamal. Van Dijk makes the interception. He's in a great position here. Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! De Bruyne. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Hernandez. And it's Hernandez. Dembele wants to run onto this. Yamal. Dembele. And they can counter here. Olise. And that interception was most necessary. So that's it. It is all over. Japan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Bellingham picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Japan clearly played like a team possessed towards the end, Peter. Who would have thought conceding a goal at that time would allow them to find an extra gear or two all of a sudden? It's been a great effort, a wonderful team effort.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So straight into the action. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they're quick to get it back. Threads one in. It's a loose ball. That'll be a throw. Locatelli. And it's Gusto. Yamal. Both sides exercising caution for now. Looking for options for movement.
Pretty robust defending.
Palhinha showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. João Palhinha. DiMarco. Can he get on the end of this? Vinicius Junior. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Defending of the desperate variety.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Yamal goes short. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, great leap! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Sorloth actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Yamal with the short one. And here's Yamal. And he's gone backward here. João Palhinha. Haaland.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to pass it through. Sorloth. For Olise. Gusto. And it's Gusto. Marquinhos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has a look up. Solid! And it's come back out to him. Corner number 3 coming up. Yamal plays it short. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Succumbs to the pressure. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Haaland. Chips it through. Header! No, not the best of headers. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. DiMarco. Can he get it through? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Olise. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Backward it goes. Spread it left. Chance to the... Terrific effort! And that has been knocked clear. Some really good ball movement. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. João Palhinha. Gusto. Nicely weighted ball. And that is expertly dealt with. João Palhinha. DiMarco.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Gusto. And Jamal. And it's João Palhinha. Girassi. Out towards the flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Palhinha cuts out the pass. He's in a great position here. Haaland receives it in a wide position. And that signals the end of the first period. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Look, I think sometimes they're crossing for crossing's sake. It's percentage football. The more balls you get in the box, the likelier it is to score. Well, that's good to a point, but they also need an alternative.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So we're off again.
Japan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Jamal. Gusto. No, he's had it taken off him. That's a cute ball. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's intervened well there. And it's Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? Olise. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had it nicked away. Olise. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! How they've waited! Now they have it! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Japan have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Rice has got himself a free kick. Van Dijk.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gusto. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Olise. Gusto plays a sharp little ball here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Japan get their fourth corner. And he's there to clear it. There's the shot! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Japan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And this is De Bruyne. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. No, he's not getting any further than that.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to play it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Palinha clears without hesitation. And it's João Palinha. He shifted it to the flank. Passes short and sharp. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
João Palinha. Looking for the run. Girassi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Japan leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Doku. And they've switched it over to the other side. Just eases him off the ball. Japan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Dembele. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mbappe. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. DiMarco. And it's made its way to him. Joao Palhinha. We are into overtime. Played out wide. Showing great feet there. Crosses it in. Now that's a fine challenge. Tries one from range. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It is close, but that is the last of it. Japan have held on. They have doggedly sometimes. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Holland, big chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And a header! They want to be quick to recover this. And he can thump it away. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, a lot has been said about Martin Odegaard, and some of his former coaches have mentioned the fact that he can get the ball in very small places and find...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, shooting chance! And it's Rice. Now it's Dembele.
Vietnam would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Now, can they get him away? Picked out brilliantly. Oh, good claim by the keeper. Certainly earned his keep there. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He has found the way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. DiMarco. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Japan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Towering header! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch on to this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bellingham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gabriel.
Vietnam really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Dembele. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. Now that's well seen too. Yamal. Tries to pass it through. He's found a way through. And he's picked it up out wide. Hangs in across. Terrific effort. He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
Rice cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Hernandez is the guilty party there. Gusto. And it's Joao Palhinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he's quick to get rid. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Could be danger here. Oh, Rice. Slows for a shot! Oh, good finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Yamal. DiMarco. Dembele. And it's Bellingham. And Yamal. Yamal charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gusto finding himself in space. Yamal. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Japan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back underway. And it's Gusto. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Bellingham. Oh, that's neat. The less said about that pass, the better. Dembele. Now it's DiMarco. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
And he's going direct. Decent hit from there. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Haaland has got himself a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Great chance here from position A1. Rice!
Well, it wasn't a bad effort. I mean, you could see his intention. It just needed a bit more curl and bend to take it away from the goalkeeper.
It's run loose here. Great vision. He's on it. Can he get away? Vinicius Junior is having a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Rice with the short one. Forced to go back. Rice! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That has ended up in no man's land. João Palhinha. Vinicius Junior. Solot being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And now the breakaway. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. João Palhinha. And he was quick to react. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Dembele. Palinha running with the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Olise. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Joao Palinha. He's being urged to shoot. De Bruyne. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Dembele. Doku. DiMarco. Cross. Getting up there! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good read, needed to be. De Bruyne. Now it's Lewandowski. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a sharp pass. Stones. Tries to play it through. Oh, no joy this time. Olise. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Doku. Oh, they can break here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, that has not gone well. Doku. Doku! Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Doku is fouled. Pass somewhat off target. Joao Palinha. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Rashford. Dembele. Olise. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Japan look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Great defending, strong and determined. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Passing is crisp and sharp. Big chance! And again! Goal! Japan! Solot at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Vietnam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking tidy in possession here. Out towards the flank. Short changes him with that pass. And here's DiMarco. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's Gusto. Gusto puts a cross in. Tries to play it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pinches it off him. And that's really well manoeuvred. Solot. Bellingham. And back it goes.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Yamal. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide position. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Girassi. DiMarco. That has ended up in no man's land. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out to the left flank. And it's De Bruyne. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Gabriel. And Gravenberg. Yamal. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. DiMarco. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Haaland. Back where it came from. Now that looks a decent ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Threads one in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Yamal is there and he can pick it up. This looks promising.
Japan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
De Bruyne. And they win it back again. That's a little off target. Gravenberg. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Just past the 40th minute mark. Now, can they get him away? Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great vision. Shot a goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. João Palhinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Japan can... So a temporary halt to the action. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Japan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Japan, with the game's only breakthrough, it's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Japan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Great work on the overlap. And it's Messi. Nicely spread. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hakimi. Girassi. Mbappe. De Bruyne. And it's Gravenberg. De Bruyne. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for the run. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's Haaland. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Looking for... And he shoots! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And the shot! Oh, brilliant stop from... Oh, what has happened here? No way through, so back at Doku! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's Messi. Mbappe. He's free. He has got space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Japan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Doku. Joao Palhinha.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Dembele. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And it's Joao Palhinha. Great defending, strong and determined. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Hakimi. De Bruyne. Delivers with whip. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can clear their lines. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's got away. In by Vinicius. Header! And no mistake. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Vietnam choosing to make the first change. Vietnam with the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Lewandowski.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's managed to get free. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Goes for a shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Locatelli really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Girassi tries a shot! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And the ball is out of play. Japan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Bellingham. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
Japan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And it's made its way to him. Lewandowski. It's Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lewandowski. And it's been given a chance, surely! Valverde.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
4 added minutes on the board. Messi. Gabriel can get it clear. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Defending of the desperate variety. And time is up. Japan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Vietnam have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not. And the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on...
Chance for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Palinia can get it clear. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cross to the back post. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. João Palhinha. Gusto does really well to win the ball there. No goals as yet. And it's De Bruyne. He's going for goal!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Locatelli. Vietnam are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Out towards the flank. Back where it came from. Locatelli. Well, that has not gone well. Bellingham. And it's João Palhinha. He's gone forward. And João Palhinha. And that's been slipped through. Haaland.
Haaland clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Takes a shot! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Shoots! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way. And a header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well played and well cleared.
That's gone for a throw-in. And that's a good ball. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Goal! Japan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Japan leading now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Knocks it out wide. Knocks it into space. Bellingham. Japan have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Brilliantly cut out. Now it's Olise.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. João Palhinha. And for the first half, that is that. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Japan are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. And we are back underway. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's intervened well there. Hernandez works it forward. Now it's Haaland. He shifted it to the flank. Lobbed in behind. Bellingham. Olise. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Palhinha. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Olise. Passes short and sharp. Nicely spread. That is lovely. Dembele! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Marquinhos. More and more pressure on the ball here. Played out towards the right wing. And that pass just didn't quite work. João Palhinha. DiMarco. 60 minutes played. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Gabriel really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gusto. That's a lovely, neat pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's in one-on-one. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Good ball, good take.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Japan, perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nice looking ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
DiMarco, cross into the box. That's a decent clearance.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's made its way to him. And it's played in here.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some.
Olise! Goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Doku. João Palhinha. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Stood up well to him there. Gravenberg. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Bruyne. He's in a... Mbappe! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Time added on will be 2 minutes. João Palhinha. Now it's Girassi, played out wide. And here's DiMarco. Doku. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Japan conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? And it's De Bruyne. Rice receives it in a good position here. Doku. And it's Messi. Now McTominay. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Rashford. Rashford. They've got a corner here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
De Bruyne plays it short. De Bruyne. He's in a great position here. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gabriel gets it away.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Girassi. And here's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. And it's been hooked away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Girassi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's got away. Oh, nice touch. And that should get the job done.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi. And it is half-time in extra time. So those 15 minutes have flown by. Limbs now and heads indeed at the point of exhaustion. How will this end? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Crosses it in. Cleared away. That's a good ball out wide. Played back in. Oh, good climb! Girassi gets flagged offside. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Great defending, strong and determined. Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He is through here! And that is masterful defending. Cross goes in there. Oh, great leap! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
This their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, no joy this time.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Gravenberg. And it's De Bruyne. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that has left him in a heap. So there you have it. Penalties. So after all of that, what can we say?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming. So this one to set the tone. And he does it with poise.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Thuram pondering where to put it. And he makes it one each. A swift riposte. De Bruyne is second man up. Just strokes it in, saw the keeper moving.
I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
Dembele Here's the man who's second in line. And he's hit the frame of the goal!
It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
Vietnam are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important...
Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Rashford, fourth in their queue. Never in doubt.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Valverde is the fourth man to step up. Oh, great save! That is a great save! So all eyes on the goalkeeper. Oh, the upright and back out.
Well, I think he's overestimated the keeper's reach then.
The margin of error is 0. It's saved, and it's over. Japan falls short in the lottery that is the penalty. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And here's Haaland. Dembele. Tries to pass it through. Space for him to turn and look. Gusto finding himself in space. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed. And we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go.
Shot, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Bellingham with the clearance. That'll be a throw-in. João Palhinha. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Gravenberg. And he's quick to return it. Reinders. And it's Musiala. And it's DiMarco. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Brilliantly cut out. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. He's on it. Can he get away? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gusto. Reinders. And João Palhinha. And it's Musiala. Bellingham producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Vietnam are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. And he's been shifted off it.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dembele. Bellingham has the space to scheme. Gusto clears it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Vinicius Junior produces a cross. And here's Reinders. Is there any support? He might not need it. Flashes it. Oh, good climb. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Gusto gets a cross in. And they've managed to get rid. João Palhinha. Bellingham. Gravenberg. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Gabriel.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Japan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his halftime team talk.
Picked out Bellingham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vinicius Junior. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
No way through, so back it comes. And it's Joao Palhinha. Great vision. Flings in across. Van Dijk gets it clear. And reclaimed it in a trice. Vinicius Junior. Good ball over the top. Not a hint of offside here. And the shot! Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Dembele. And it's Musiala. Reinders. 60 minutes played. Dembele. Reinders. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Reinders is offering a wry smile there.
Gabriel tries to clear. Now this could be a chance. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that is well cleared. Passes short and sharp. Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, that face says it all. I think I'd feel the same way, not that I was ever an expert at finishing or anything like that.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Joao Palhinha. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. That's a pretty loose pass. Joao Palhinha. And here's Musiala. In by DiMarco. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
He's found a way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is... And a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Palhinha clears it away. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Marquinhos. DiMarco. Olise. De Bruyne. Ambitious ball here. Gabriel deals with that comfortably.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Olise. And it's De Bruyne. Little pass back. And he shoots! And a neat finish! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Japan are in front now. The game's only... It's Lewandowski! Oh, that's a waste. And here's De Bruyne. Succumbs to the pressure. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Knocks it into space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's put paid to the danger.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Locatelli. Rice. Very much into the last knockings. He's in a good position here. Backward it goes. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well played. De Bruyne getting this one clear. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Incoming delivery. Gusto clears it away. For Rice. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. João Palhinha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I certainly enjoyed a really good show of collective effort, both in attack and defence, Peter. I think they had good numbers for the link-up play and attack, and players willing to track back at all times. They were very good.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.